In today's busy world, being able to cook from scratch in a flash has never been more important.
Quite nice, really.
So I'm off on a journey to explore the exciting world of speedy cooking.
Oh, that looks amazing.
No matter how far-flung the destination.
A little bit different, very quick.
Hurry up, Mary, let's get a move on.
I'm doing my best.
Or how close to home.
This is the best bit of the day.
It's hard to get the dollops the right size.
I will bring all this wonderful food back to you.
And it doesn't get much quicker or more delicious than that. I've been to many amazing places in my life, but never to a music festival.
I'm here at Camp Festival in Dorset, along with 30,000 others. I'd like to say I'm here for the music, but actually I want to explore all the extraordinary food that will be cooked and served over the next 3 days.
Hello, hello.
Street food has boomed in Britain over the last decade. There's nowhere better to see the pop-up revolution in action than here.
So, what are these then?
So they're called okonomiyaki, which basically means as you like it grilled.
That looks an enormous portion.
It is, yeah. We like to feed.
With 100 food stalls serving a range of cuisines from all over the world, there's something for everyone.
All this street food, what's your favourite to have?
I like the
Now, wait a
burgers.
minute. You like the burgers, what do you
I
like?
like the Chinese, like all the noodles.
Chinese? And what is it you like?
I really like does a veggie burger, that's really good.
You do?
Not only are these vendors serving breakfast, lunch and dinner from the middle of a field, they've also mastered the art of getting people fed quickly and efficiently. I'll be getting in on the action too, cooking some of my quick recipes. They will fit perfectly with all this festival food. My first stop is Chef Christian Stevenson, better known as DJ Barbecue. He's been a regular here for the last 5 years.
Hi, you must be Mayberry.
I am.
Over the next 72 hours, DJ Barbecue will cook a massive 3,000 burgers, 160 kilos of roast beef, 70 pork shoulders, and a whopping 300 kilos of potatoes.
Oh, I like your chopping board for a start. It's half a tree.
It ain't going anywhere.
Great, isn't it?
He wants to cook me one of his specialities.
Ribeye is my favorite cut of beef, and this is Hereford, grass-fed. Lots of fat right here, and that's my favorite bit of the steak.
It looks absolutely beautiful. And what's this huge great machine? Looks like a steam train to me.
It does. So this is Della. This is named after my grandma. So it's an offset firebox. Right now we're smoking spuds in there.
Smoking potatoes. Never heard of smoking
Well, it's
potatoes.
like a baked potato, but we use, wood smoke for our heat, and it's kind of sweet, smoky flavor, and then we chunk them up and make chips. Smoked chunky chips.
Now, that is a huge steak. You're not expecting one person to eat all that.
Aren't you hungry? I'm pretty
I
hungry.
think that would do me for about a week.
Yeah.
So how do you do it now?
What I want from you is to give it a smack with a frying pan, if you don't mind. You got more
I've
surface
only
in
got
here.
to think, who do I not like?
Okay.
Who shall I think of? I'm not telling you.
Okay. Yes, keep going.
Oop.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna flip it, and we're gonna
Right.
go again.
It works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
This is a novel way to tenderize your beef. He then scores the fat to help it render down more quickly and seasons it on both sides.
Shall I put a bit on?
Yeah, throw it on.
It takes him less than 2 minutes to cook on this very hot grill.
All right, Mary,
How are we doing?
we're good. She's at medium, so we're gonna let it rest.
What would you serve with that?
Here, let me show you. I've got these lovely sourdough rolls in here, but inside them, I've got what's called a dirty onion. So
To me, that's a burnt onion.
no, that's beautiful. That's just savory and sweet. We do big old Spanish onions straight in the coals with
And
some
peppers.
peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the best thing ever invented.
And do people have them in these rolls?
Basically, you're at a festival, so you want finger food. What you do is once these cool off, you take away that natural wrapper that comes in.
Oh, look at that.
And
It's
just
roasted onion, really, isn't it?
it's perfect. And then we just chunk it up,
Ah, right. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's as tender as you'll get it.
just nice and sweet and tangy.
And so you chop that up and
Yeah.
put it in the bread.
Put it in the bread, bake it, throw it in throw some steak in there, and you've got lunch.
Sounds divine. Time to taste all this.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh. Breakfast of champions right there.
I can see you are a bit of a showman.
A little bit.
Is that what you enjoy more than all this lot?
I love cooking. We take our food very seriously. We also want to have fun. Like, you know, I'll be dressed up in spandex. We'll be playing tunes. It's going to be a party.
Dressed up in spandex?
Yeah, I get
Isn't that an elastic thing that you put on to make you look thinner?
You know me so well, Mary.
This is so delicious.
Thank you.
Once you get a taste for this, you come back for more.
If you'd like to make a super speedy version of that, but don't have a huge fire to cook on, my Rosemary Lamb Steaks are just the ticket, and more economical than ribeye. I'm going to do some char grilling that you can do any time of the year at home, just using your normal cooker. Start with making this simple marinade, which is perfect for lamb. I've got some fresh rosemary here, 1 sprig, and to take these sprigs off, just push them down the opposite way to the way it grows. And that, by the way, if you are barbecuing in the height of summer, you can always use that as a skewer. That will go straight through the meat and it gives it extra flavour. Chop the rosemary finely and add to a sealable container, like that. Next, pour in the juice of half a lemon, 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil, and finely grate in 1 clove of garlic. Marinade's done. I'm now going to season the steaks. Make sure the steaks are well covered so that they soak up all that glorious marinade. I'm leaving mine for 10 minutes. If you want to, you could leave them overnight. I love char-grilled vegetables, and I've got a beautiful red pepper here. I've also got a couple of shallots here, banana shallots, because it's much more tasty to eat and quicker to peel. First, de-seed the red pepper and halve the shallots. Leave a little bit of the root on and they'll hold together better. Drizzle some olive oil over the baking tray and make sure to arrange the vegetables cut side down. I like to top the shallots with extra oil to help them char. Put them under a very hot grill for about 12 minutes. And now to those lamb steaks. Oh, they smell good. Gosh, they're hearty pieces, aren't they? That's it. They should only need about 3 minutes on each side. I'd love to see those stripes on the outside of the steak. It looks really, really tempting. I just love the smell. It's very garlicky and it's a bit citrusy too. Lovely. And I can certainly smell that rosemary. Keep the steaks warm while you finish the rest. Now I'm going to deglaze the pan with the marinade. In it goes, a little water as well. Like that. A tablespoon of sweet balsamic glaze will balance the sharpness of the marinade. I can't resist using all those delicious meat juices. Just the thing to boost the sauce. Now bring it all together. They're not quite as black as the ones that DJ Barbecue did. I prefer them this rich golden brown colour. Well, I think that's something really special. Perfect. festival is in full swing, and I suddenly wish I'd come in some fancy dress. Bit tricky if you're cooking, mind you. There are 194 acts performing here. One of my daughter-in-law's favourites, the lovely Rick Astley, is headlining, and I'm lucky enough to meet him before he hits the stage.
So, Mary, is this your first music festival?
It certainly is, and I'm very excited.
I know he doesn't have a lot of time, but Sarah's made me promise to cook for him, if I get the chance.
This is it. Come in.
Fantastic.
Welcome to my truck.
Wow, it's amazing. I love it.
I'm going to make him a dead easy festival treat, my speedy, cheesy muffins.
A little bird says you do breakfast from time to time. Is that right?
Occasionally. I'm not much of a cook, to be honest, but yeah, to be honest, breakfast for me is a big deal. I like to eat something early, and I feel like I'm set for the day then, so.
Well, I'd like you to try my muffins, but I'd like you to help me make them.
OK.
Right, first thing is to measure 275 grams of self-raising flour.
Flour in there.
Straight in?
Yep.
OK, the whole thing?
Whole thing in there.
Go.
That's it. Black olives, we've taken the stone out. And then 1 level teaspoon of baking powder. You know, in a muffin, like a scone, you want a bit of an extra lift. We need an extra bit of extra lift.
I always need an extra lift, I can tell you.
And then some cheese. I've chosen to use Gruyere.
All in?
All
in. OK.
And then we want some herbs. If you break off those,
Okay.
it doesn't matter if the stalk goes in, because you're going to chop it.
Oh, OK.
I don't see your knife skills. I know you've done a little bit of cooking.
Here and there. I make a thing called football pasta, which is...
Football?
It's mozzarella, tomato, penne pasta, some pesto, bit of olive oil obviously in there as well, just a bit extra. And you can make it really, really super quick. So when the football's about to come on and you haven't made anything for dinner, that's something you can always whisk up quick. So yeah, it just got called football pasta in our house, to be honest. So.
Well, you're now making some quick muffins.
Yeah.
Pop them all that in there.
Okay.
And some salt going in there.
Lovely.
That's it.
Now for the wet ingredients. It's easy. Mix 1 egg, 50 grams of melted butter and 250 ml of milk.
Put that
Pour
in.
it in.
Yep.
Okay.
And then mix it with a fork. Now let's have a look at that. Now that is...
Looks great.
It's a soft mixture. And that's just right for a muffin because it rises well. Over there you've got some sun-dried tomato paste. And I'm going to pop that in, a couple of spoonfuls of that, but I'm not going to mix it in really well, so it's a bit streaky.
Okay.
If you just do it a little bit roughly like that, not too much, and you'll come across it as you eat it.
Right.
So look how quick that is.
It is very,
just
very
like your
quick.
pasta.
And you know what? It's almost frighteningly healthy looking as well.
Rick can't go anywhere before he finishes. All we need are 12 large muffin cases.
A dollop in each one, that's right.
It's hard to get the dollops the right size.
Yeah, that's it. Well done. And you can see how quick and easy they are to do.
Those go in the oven at 180 fan. After 20 minutes, the muffins should have a lovely rise and be beautifully golden.
Oh, muffins.
You should be jolly proud of those. I think they're good.
They do look good. They do look very, very good. I want to taste one. So listen, Mary, you've taught me how to make fantastic muffins. How would you like me to teach you to play the drums?
What, me? Play drums? I think you've got a bit of a task to do that. I have never, ever played drums or know anything about it.
You don't need to know anything,
I don't want
Mary.
anybody
Trust
to
me.
be looking.
Trust me, Mary.
Okay.
We'll make it work. These are amazing, by the way.
Oh, good.
So how about that for a backdrop then, Mary? It is fantastic, but that is amazing with the castle.
Isn't it just?
Step on up.
Right.
So, when you're playing drums, the essential thing, I think, is that you've got a kick pedal for the kick drum, and then this is your snare drum. So, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get into other things. You've got... We'll get into that later. So let's get you doing the kick drum and the snare drum first. There you go, there's your spoons.
We couldn't find any drumsticks, but wooden spoons will do really well.
So you want bump, clap, bump, clap.
Okay, boom.
Perfect. Amazing. You're rocking it.
It's the most difficult thing in the world.
Oh, come on, Mary. Look, I mean, it's fantastic. Would you come on stage with my band and play a bit of drums?
I'll come on the stage and do something as long as you're beside me.
I will definitely be beside you all the way.
I'll come.
Great. Let's
I
do that.
look forward to it.
That would be great.
I'll worry about my promise later. Back in the food area, it's clear that no matter the time of day, it's always packed. There's one stall that's really caught my eye.
Hello, I think you're Zoe.
I am Zoe. How
Right.
are you?
Very
Lovely
nice to
to
see
meet
you.
you. How you doing?
So this is Ghanaian food, and I know nothing about Ghanaian food.
Well, there's a lot to know. I can't do all of Ghana's food in this stall, but what we do is really great modern interpretations of traditional classics. So this is a bit of everything. So you've got okra fries, you've got a slow-cooked vegan bean stew called Red Red, we've got jollof, and then we've got JFC, which is my take on the fried chicken using the jollof spices.
So most of it is quick.
You know, for street food, this kind of service is very fast, very busy, very quick, so it does have to be food that you can just turn around super fast, 3 minutes maximum per plate.
And the okra, now I remember okra as being a bit slimy, and
Yeah.
that looks crispy.
Exactly. So I had the same thing as a kid. I didn't like slimy okra, and I had this mission to sort of convert people to liking okra. So I figured, instead of chopping it up really small and releasing all of that mucus out of the pods, what we do is just cut it once down the middle, give it a lovely fresh marinade with ginger, garlic, chili, and then a very light tempura batter, and then you've got these delicious fries.
Can I come and see you do it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely can. Would you like
Which
to
way
join
do
me?
I go?
Yeah,
Right here.
come
Okay.
this way, please.
Okay.
This is exciting. So welcome to Zoes Ghana Kitchen.
It's very tiny and very warm.
It's
but
very hot in
good.
here. So here we have some okra.
What do you do to it first?
We just take the tip off the okra, it's already been washed, and then just one long cut down the middle, which keeps those seeds inside pretty much intact, as you can see. And then we give it a nice bit of fresh garlic,
Right.
delicious, some fresh ginger.
Gosh, this is labour intensive.
It is, we cook with love here.
Love,
We
right.
cook with love. And then a little bit of chilli, better put
Gosh,
a
that's
glove
going to make it hot.
Well, we like it spicy here. And so then we have a gluten-free batter here that just has some like salt and black pepper in it. Deep fat fry, 180.
In that goes.
In that goes.
Zoe throws the okra in for a lightning 45 seconds before it's boxed and topped with a spicy crayfish mayonnaise.
Zoe, that looks exciting. The okra looks, oh yeah, look at that. Really crisp. And the mayo, is that hot too?
It does have a nice kick to it because it's based on a Shito hot pepper sauce. So it's got some lovely smoked crayfish and prawns in the back of it there.
I'm expecting it to be hot. Okay.
It will be.
Oh, that's so crispy. It's really
Nice crunch.
my. That is. The chili's coming through, but I saw you putting them in. That's great. Thanks so much.
Thanks for stopping by. Have fun for the rest of the festival.
And I hope you're really busy.
So do I.
Going by the queues out there, you're going to be.
I think so. Thanks, Mary.
I loved meeting Zoe and tasting that spicy Ghanaian food. It's incredible the range of dishes that are on offer here. My next recipe would fit in perfectly with the mix. Pesto and honey glazed vegetable kebabs with a cabbage and fennel slaw. Best to start with a sticky glaze for the veggies.
I've got in the bowl just half a clove of garlic, crushed. Then I'm going to add a teaspoonful of pesto in there, and then a teaspoonful of honey. I'm going to judge it. That's exactly a teaspoon.
Add 2 tablespoons of oil and season. I've chosen some cauliflower, red pepper, chestnut mushrooms and baby courgettes for my kebabs.
Don't use big courgettes because they'll be very watery. Now don't squash them up too much because they won't cook evenly. So just pull them apart just a little bit and the heat will get in between.
Don't forget to pre-soak the wooden skewers to stop them burning in the oven.
So that's the last one of the 6, right through the mushroom there, onto the tray.
The honey pesto glaze will help the veggies to brown more quickly. Put them into an oven at 200 fan for 10 minutes.
And while that's cooking, I'm going to get on with my fennel and cabbage coleslaw.
Finely slice a hispy, which is a crisp, tender cabbage with a sweet taste. Then 2 fennel bulbs.
Some people are nervous and don't fancy fennel, but I think it's delicious, particularly when it's marinated in a good dressing and it loses that aniseed flavour.
Finely sliced 2 spring onions.
So we've got the cabbage, the fennel, the spring onions.
For a delicious dressing, start with a squeeze of lemon, 2 tablespoons of chopped capers, 1 tablespoon of grainy mustard, 100 grams of full-fat Greek yogurt, and a little sugar, about a teaspoon.
And whisk that together. Usually when you do a coleslaw, you just have mayonnaise. This is less calorific, it's full of flavour, and just a little bit different. After all, the ingredients that I'm putting in there are quite different from the traditional coleslaw.
Wonderful. That's the coleslaw ready.
Looks good, doesn't it? That's it.
Time's up on the kebabs, and they are golden brown. Just look at that.
There you have it. Cabbage and fennel slaw and my glorious kebabs. All so very quick to make, and I'm rather proud of that.
With all this savoury food, I'm off to hunt down something a bit sweeter.
There you go. Yes. Hello. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Maybe marshmallows and fresh strawberries covered in hot melted chocolate. They seem to be very popular, made and eaten in seconds. But I'm always partial to some homemade ice cream. I have one last mouth-watering recipe that wouldn't be out of place here. My rum and raisin ice cream with golden glazed pineapple. I started by soaking some raisins in rum that was brought to the boil.
And now they're beautifully plump and there's absolutely no surplus liquid. To make the ice cream, it really couldn't be simpler. I've got 300 ml of double cream, and the double cream is pouring double cream. There it goes, the real thing, nothing better than that.
Whisk the cream until it holds its peaks. Be careful not to overbeat, otherwise it will separate.
That looks fine.
Add a tin of full-fat condensed milk.
I love condensed milk, and it's taking a lot of effort for me not to dip my fingers in that. Then I'm going to just fold that in.
The condensed milk will act like the custard does in a slow-made ice cream.
All that remains is for me to put these raisins in. Give them a good stir. Wonderful.
I'm pouring the mixture into a sealable container, but you can also freeze it in 6 separate ramekins if you want it set even faster.
That's right to the top. I'm just testing, just to see if it's going to be all right. It's rich and creamy. Absolutely delicious. On with a lid. Right, so to the pineapple. I've got a beautiful pineapple here.
Peel and slice the pineapple, making sure to remove that tough core.
I've got 8 wedges here, and I'm going to put a nice glaze on them.
Mix 3 tablespoons of light muscovado sugar and an equal amount of rum and brush over each piece of pineapple.
I'll tell you something, the smell is alcoholic. I shall be swaying from side to side because it's quite strong.
Now all that's left to do is to griddle them. Make sure you use up any of that remaining boozy glaze.
Gorgeous colour, a real caramel.
Pineapple cooked, all that I need to do is to serve it with some of that sumptuous ice cream.
And then a little ice cream on top. Oh, so good. Absolutely delicious.
As the sun goes down, the festival really comes alive. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's not long until I make my rock and roll debut. With the sound check done...
Right, I'm going to get my band together. I'll be 1 second, Mary. I'll be back with you in a second.
My earpiece in.
You stick with Sam.
I'll
Sam's
stay
got to do
with
some
Sam.
twiddling,
Oh,
but
I've got
just
it
stick with
both
Sam.
in.
Yes, you have stereo.
Right, guys.
It's showtime.
Follow me. Walk this way.
You'll be wheeled on like royalty.
Make some noise for Ring Astley!
We're going to play you a new song, everybody. It's a beautiful life. All right, all right. Yeah. We kind of need another drummer. We need a second drummer. And I'm wondering who that drummer could be. I'm thinking maybe if we got Mary Berry to come out and play drums with us. Now the weekend started. Give it up for Mary Berry, everyone. Give it up for the ear.
Aren't I lucky? Wouldn't you like to be here?
I can't believe that I actually did that. Next time, the incredible spices of Morocco.
You're used to it, I'm not.
And my quickest dishes
It's wonderful.
that make the most of them.
Gosh, this smells good.